Hello, welcome back to the Fox Trends and Performance YouTube channel. I am Taylor Fox, and we are sitting in the Powerbuild Warrington parking lot. I would just like to say that I don't know what mounts and suction cup things like other influencers, creators are using. This thing was a huge pain to set up, and it kept falling. So this is my third try filming this video. It's fallen 2 times now in the 2 different spots. And the first one I cleaned off just like it instructed, set it up. Finally, it was like I have to use the window, even though I prefer not to use the window because it's harder to adjust it. Like if it's right here, I can reach it and grab and do that stuff when you're driving. Like you can't do that if it's on your passenger side window. So got my watch set up. It looks like it's good. Great. I need to start driving home and also drink some protein. This is a Slate protein shake from BJ's because they were on sale. It's been very busy. Put out a video about a week ago, which is great. I feel like hit some good traction with recent video, training back and pressing. Been working through my program, and I am down pretty consistently to 280. So that's all been very nice. Everything's been pretty busy, so I had done arms on Monday, and then I was like, yesterday I was like, I can't do anything, I'm exhausted. So I pushed off the session until today, and then I coached after working a hockey game, and I was kind of sitting there trying to pull some stuff together for some other content. And I was like, fine, I have to train, and I think I just need to get it in real quick. I started with the leg extension, so I'll kind of roll through some of the footage here so you're not just watching me in the dark talking. But I hit the leg extensions. I hit those a little bit different than I have been hitting them. Normally it's just straight reps into an iso hold at the end. I was kind of trying to do like partials in like segmental fashion, the way I've been like prescribing like freaking pec fly and stuff like that. I think that's a very good concept to use. So I hit like kind of like the beginning, the middle, and the end, and then I did a set of 20 where it ended with 5 full reps, and each stage had an iso hold. It was pretty good. I felt like I had a very like systemic pump in all of the quadriceps. But then I got into a conversation with somebody about Strongman and life, of course. So that kind of stalled that. So then I was like, well, why don't I just go pretty heavy, really like hit the muscle hard. So I did that. I bumped the weight up quite a bit for a set of 10, and then dropped it for a set of 12, and then dropped it again for a set of 15, doing my normal iso hold. And the iso holds got longer as the sets went on. So I did those 3 sets after doing that kind of like crazy set of 20. Pretty pumped quads, and I was like, we're gonna go over to Power Squat Pro. So jump on the Power Squat Pro now. I'm like, I'm not messing around. Turn the light on and let you know that I was not messing around. Still looking good. I threw on a bunch of plates. I think 6 plates aside to start. And I was like, let's rock and roll with this. I was just like, I squatted down. I was like, wow, like my quads feel crushed. I feel like I don't have any power. I was like, I need to cut this. But I ended up doing the set of 10 anyway, which is good. And I'm like, I think it was just all the fatigue. And I'm like, I think we should keep pushing, because in the end, like getting to the end of that set, the end of the set wasn't hard. So I think we were all set to continue like pushing the weight up. So I added another set of plates. We did that set again, 10 reps. Felt a little bit of tightness in my adductor. I had a plan and vision in my mind from the beginning to go with 8 plates aside as a top set. I was like, let's rock with it and see, just like kind of feel it out each rep, see how it feels. Don't go crazy, like explosive out of the hole with anything. Like sit down into the hole, steady, and really feel out that position. So I ended up doing the full set. Felt good. I cut it there at 8 to be cautious, but then I was like, I loaded the bottom post with 5 plates and the top post with 3 plates aside. So I was like, now take all that weight off the top and just like do the piston squats and really emphasize the bottom position. And it was pretty much just the time to get the weight unloaded from the top pins and then right back into the set. And I did a set of 12 and that felt really good. I was pretty excited about that. But then it's like, okay, like the legs are done. Like I'm falling over, I'm completely destroyed. So we're good with that. Didn't have any issues with the lift, adductor, or the hamstring. Probably will be a little sore and tight, but whatever. So let's move on from that. Good session. I'll be back in the gym tomorrow for some pressing. I feel pretty good about it. I feel like this cut has been going really well, and it's, I would say, the deepest and most split compared to like what I used to be at 310 or even 320 if you're going back like a while. So specific I've gotten for a cut ever. I typically don't really try to emphasize like separation of the muscle groups, like vascularity, striations, and I'm like stretching the definition of striations. Like I'm not that freaking dry and peeled, but like it's a lot. I'm pretty pumped about that. I had toyed around with the idea of a powerlifting meet. I was like, there's one in a month. It's up in North Jersey, old stomping grounds. I would assume I would see some people that I know there. And it's just kind of like, it's been something I've been talking about to people at work. There was a guy who was a go, bro. Like somebody posted on the board in the fitness center that they did 1,000 pound total. Is that you? And I'm like, I was like, homie, like I have a recorded in a competition sanctioned powerlifting meet at 1,800 pound total. I've toyed around with the idea of a 2,000 pound total, and any of my sublifts, subtotals would be over 1,000 pounds. He's like, all right, man. He's like, I was just wondering. I was like, no, I wouldn't go into the fitness center where I never train. It's nice and it's upgraded compared to what it used to be. It used to be plates falling apart. The center rings would fall out of the plates. But now it's like a nice fitness center where the employees of the company that we're contracted with can train, and that's great. Love that. People need to exercise more. People need to strength train. But yeah, I'm not in there like cranking out my 1,000 pound total because that's stupid. Been a competitive powerlifter and been a competitive strongman for a long time. I don't need to show off like that. And I have plenty of available social media content even before I started a YouTube channel. But then I go down to Philly for the Power Build opening, Center City, Philadelphia. Great spot. Gym is phenomenal. Grand opening went great. Amazing atmosphere. Not a huge fan of that kind of thing all the time, but I think for this instance, it was something I needed to be there for, and I had a great time. Ate too many muffins, then ate too many cookies, then felt sick driving home after working yet another hockey game. So I'm like there around the powerlifters, like feeling hyped up to hit some barbell lifts, and I was like, I'm gonna deadlift and just see how it feels. Things were feeling really good, doing repeat triples. So I started, a plate, triples, 2 plates, and these were reds. So 2 reds, triples, 3 reds, 4 reds, and it was like, okay, I'm gonna work up, see what I can get to. I did defer from the reds and went blue after the 4, and then a yellow, but ended up 290 or 639 in pounds. Felt really good, especially beltless, hook grip, after kind of just standing around there all day. And even like I got food, but I ate right before I deadlifted, and you wouldn't call that an optimal day for sure. So it had me thinking like, oh, well, you know, deadlift bar, a belt on, and then it's like I hit 635 with no belt, no sleeves, and I like really dehydrated myself towards the end when I did that cut a few years back, and then did the gym total at the War Room, which is on my Instagram. So it was like, I can, you know, I'm really managing this cut well, and I'm like preserving muscle mass and just kind of steadily leaning out and losing the weight like progressively. If I have to cut water, it'll be a very minimal amount, and I would think that would be pretty easy. So like, let's just freaking hop in this powerlifting meet and see, you know, either a big total, a PR total at 275, or, you know, even pushing it to a 2,000 pound total would be pretty freaking cool. Scratch that itch of like the powerlifting, because I don't really want to be competing in powerlifting like ongoing, but I'm kind of like interested to just do it again and like hit something. So I squatted the next day. Was very hyped up about it. Honestly, nothing has gone wrong. What I've done has felt very good, but then it's like, I'm sick. I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow. I have a lot going on. I'm really pushing like the content, and it seems like I do that, manifest positive vibes, and then all of a sudden I have another client reaching out to me. I schedule another consultation. So that client base is growing. Feel very like present at Power Build and doing stuff. Like, we have 3 locations, but then of the 3 locations, like each group of coaches really isn't that big. So like those people that are at each spot like are really the ones pushing those aspects of coaching in this gym. Like they're all quite large, like well-maintained gyms, so like you would think like we can bring in a good amount of the population in this Pennsylvania area with those people. So that's really what I want to prioritize and build that coaching business. And then, you know, eventually I'll come back to getting stronger, or I'll maintain my body weight for a little bit and then start building back up and look to do some strongman stuff again. But I think for now, the ideal situation is to be cutting and really prioritizing low calories, active lifestyle, you know, doing the cardio when I can. But when I haven't been doing the cardio, I've been getting like 15,000 plus steps. So it hasn't really mattered that I haven't gotten it in, because my body weight continues to go down and I feel good. And when I put weight on the bar, I feel strong, or the machine, whatever. So I think what I need to do is just stick with this. But that's the thing, it's like, I've been sick. There's a lot going on, definitely a little overwhelmed. A lot of stuff with my full-time job, which I won't even get into yet, or at all. But to kind of sum it up, that's kind of where I'm at. You know, we have another gym opened, a lot of outreach and engagement through the coaching stuff with Power Build. I'm still freaking strong, even though I lost 30 pounds, which makes me happy. I feel like the cut has gone well and I'm in a good condition, which also makes me happy, just to like look good. And I feel like things pop a little bit better on the YouTube videos. I don't know, you know, it's kind of like that thing, like you gotta bring the viewers in, but stuff I've done, it seems like it's getting good reaction, and we're just going to keep building from there. So that's kind of it. Definitely ran out of training footage to insert here, so I'll try to wrap it up. But this is the grind, and if anybody else like coaches, if anybody else is even just training themselves, this is the kind of thing. It's very tough. I watch a lot of these motivational videos, and it's literally, this is what hard feels like. This is hard. Getting up at 4:30 is hard. Coaching till 8 is hard, and then having to train yourself as well. I feel like it's very good. There's some things like I decided, like, hey, look at this. Like, I can't do this anymore. I can't maintain it. Let's drop it from my to-do list on a daily basis, and we're just going to prioritize this group of things. And it's been very good. Like, I've been able to still maintain some family stuff, even though I've been working 7 days a week, and I've been able to get sleep and get food in, and I feel good, and we're going to keep pushing. And I think in 3 months, 6 months, you'll see a very positive outlook from all this as to what we built. And, you know, I just appreciate the people that will watch and are following along and support the journey and embrace that mindset. But until next time, keep lifting those heavy weights. Hold strong.